This is the video guide on how to make SuperKat's cape. So we're going to be working in rows, not joined rounds for this one, so we're going to be working back and forth. And in the beginning we want to leave a nice long tail so that we can use that at the end to sew the cape onto the body. So leave a good amount of yarn there, and we're going to slip knot to start. And we're going to chain 7. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We're going to turn the work. We're going to work into these rear loops back here, starting with the second from the chain, so not that very top one, but the second rear loop from the chain. We're going to slip stitch in here. It can be a little trickier to get into. There we go. Just slip stitch. This will create a nice solid base to work into. And we're going to slip stitch into all the remaining rear chains all the way back. This is for row 2. And one more, right there. Excellent. And there we go. Those are rows 1 and 2. We're going to chain 1 and turn. For row 3, we're just going to single crochet in all the top loops. So that's going to be 6 single crochets across. That was a little tighter there. All right. And we're going to chain 1 and turn. Row 4 is a little bit different. We're going to start out with a single crochet here. And we have a full stitch with a V there going on all across the top. We have those stitches now, so we're going to start with a single crochet into the first one there. In the second one, we're going to do an increase. Then we're going to do single crochet times 2, so 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and then 1 single crochet in the following stitch, and then an increase in the next stitch. And then we're going to finish up the round with a single crochet. Now I like to do my edges a little bit differently. I like to go into just the front loop here of that full stitch, and the remaining kind of side loop here. And a single crochet into those, This will help with a nice straight side. Okay, and I'm going to chain 1 and turn. Row 5 is 6 single crochets all the way across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we're going to do that same technique at the end, the last one. We're going to grab just the front loop and the side loop, not the back loop. We're going to leave that one alone. So this side loop, and single crochet into those like that, and then chain 1 and turn. Row 6 is going to be a single crochet to start off with, and then we're going to have an increase in the next stitch, and then we're going to have 4 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another increase in the next stitch, and our final single crochet, only using the front loop here and the side loop here. Come on, there we go. All right, and chain 1 and turn. Row 7, we're going to single crochet times 10 all the way across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and we're at the last one. We're going to grab just that front loop and the side loop. This really does help to make those sides nice and more even. You see that? On both sides. All right, and we're going to chain 1 and turn. Row 8 is going to start out with a single crochet, and then an increase in the next stitch. Probably noticing a pattern here. We've got our increases helping us build that kind of triangular shape. Then we're gonna single crochet times 6, and 6, and then we're going to do an increase in the next stitch, and we're going to finish off with a single crochet, but our special edge style single crochet. So just that front loop and then the side loop. Chain 1 and turn. Row 9 will be 11 single crochets all the way across. And of course, in our last one, we're going to do our different style single crochet. So just the front loop and the very side loop here. Chain 1 and turn. Row 10 is going to be a single crochet up front. And then we're going to do the increase in the next stitch. And then we're going to do 8 single crochets. Then in the second to last stitch, we're going to do an increase. And we're going to finish off with one of our slightly different single crochets to assist with that. Nice even edge on the sides. So grabbing the front loop and the side loop. All of the side loop. Come on. That one is getting a little tricky there. There we go. And chain 1 and turn. All right, we're on the last row, row 11, and we're going to single crochet 14 times all the way across and tie it off. This is an important element for SuperKat. I wanted her to have a superhero cape to represent her strength and toughness and ability to take on challenge. So this cape, it does have the tendency to kind of bend a bit. So blocking can be helpful. I actually just spritz it with a little water and let it flatten out. Maybe, put a heavy book on it for a little while, let it dry out. But that can be helpful to block it or to wet it down a little bit and help it keep a little bit flatter. Otherwise it will curl a bit. All right, and that is the final stitch there. So we're gonna cut it and tie it off. So I've just cut off the yarn, pulled it through, knotted it once, and I'm just gonna weave it into the work back under here. In a way where it's not gonna be obtrusive. And just out of the way and nice and even and pretty. Just gonna weave it back in through here. Come on. It's a little stuck there, isn't it? And just threaded the needle back one more time so you can finish across. And I'm just going to go back the other direction as well, just a little bit to make sure it's going to stay put. And I'm not pulling super hard. I don't want to distort the shape of anything here. Just going to go back just a tiny little bit, and then I'll cut it. That should do it. All right. It's a really pretty little cape. I'm going to go ahead and spritz mine, probably put it underneath a heavy book for a little while, let it dry out while I work up the rest of SuperKat. But yeah, it's going to go on the back just like this. We're going to be sewing it on. It's going to be super, super cute and represent that nice toughness and ability for her to take on challenge in a good way. All right.